Every relationship teaches you a lot, doesn't it? Whether it was good or bad, a lesson that you hope to invest in all of your relationships, or even one that says, fuck no, never again. I think there is the unique nature of humans and the way that they interact makes each one of our personal relationships, platonic or not, potent. And I would say that those that are there that trigger you more than others are there as a mirror and to teach you a really powerful lesson. Welcome to Body of Truth. I am Rebecca Windsor. Body of Truth was born after years of acting as if everything was fine. The reality of my situation kind of smacked me in the face all at once. My marriage of 25 years ended with a phone call shortly after my son went to college. So there I was, laying literally on my wooden floor, unable to move, and then slowly coming back to life. And in that process, the most important thing that I discovered was that in order to make fundamental changes in my life, which I was forced to make, I needed to make sure that I manifested these changes in my physical body so that I would literally make changes from the outside in. I made my life over from the outside in. I shifted my body, which shifted my energy. I shifted my brain, which shifted my life. And I hope to maybe stimulate you to start to look inside for some of that kind of transformation yourself. So, if you look at the relationships in your life, some of them are short term, some of them are longer term, but all of them are you as a mirror. So, there was a time where, in a period of self recognition and reflection, I said, fuck no, do I not want to meet my mirror now? Because within a month, they'd be dragging the fucking riverbed for our bodies, right? So I knew that any mirror that I met would be a negative, a reflection of where I was, which was in a pretty dark place. And then I did happen to manifest that. It was couched in very different terms, but turned out to be a real relationship of darkness, but was cathartic, was truly cathartic, and forced me to take some pretty dramatic steps, one of which was asking for help, which is pretty hard for us humans to do. So today, what I ask you to do is to take a relationship that recently triggered you, for good or for bad, and sit with it quietly. Sit with it deeply and see where you feel it. Where do you feel it? And what do you feel? Not your thought words, not your description of what you feel. Get out of your head. Descend. What do you feel? What's a one word feeling word? Because if you can cut to a one word feeling word, you've tapped into the beginning of the lesson. It's not easy to get there. We start by, we've been taught to intellectualize our feelings. And as someone who loves words, I love to stay there. I love to rhapsodize. I love adjectives. But that's not what we want here. We want as pure a feeling word as you can pare it down to. So, what I suggest today is in that process of, let's say you rehash an argument or even just a discussion or an interaction, and you pinpoint where in your body you feel that energy, and then you're able to dial it down to a single feeling word, and then just let that start to permeate. You don't need to do anything with that, because the act of shining your attention and getting it out of the shadows, something will start to unstick without any more effort than that. And then if that feeling starts to come up again, you'll recognize it. And you'll be much more conscious of it, because that's really the name of the game. I hope this was something that you could kind of click into. You know, we all of the relationships in our lives are sent to us for such different and specific reasons. And, it's not like you need to analyze everyone as if they are a character and you're coming at it from a literary perspective. But very often there is a theme of narrative that you're running under the surface, whether you're assigning them a role or you're a role in their play. It's fascinating. And the way we interact as humans is endlessly fascinating to me. But today I offer you to try to key in to a single facet and point in your body and a single word, because it's the beginning of undoing something that might feel really complex. If you come up with a single word, I hope you'll share it with me. I'd love to know where you wind up. I'll see you tomorrow.